Let's start with 1872, when Victoria Woodhull tried to run as America's first female presidential candidate. Unfortunately, there was one problem. Women wouldn't gain nationwide voting rights for another 50 years. As if being unable to vote for herself was unusual enough, the clairvoyant and free sex advocate was imprisoned on Election Day for obscenity, preventing her from voting even if she could. It was also the only year a presidential candidate died before the election process concluded. Horace Greeley had lost the popular vote to Ulysses S. Grant, but suddenly died before the Electoral College could meet. 3 electors still tried to pledge their votes to the dead candidate anyway. 4 years later, the 1876 election between Rutherford B. Hayes and Samuel J. Tilden is considered one of the most divisive U.S. elections. Thanks to political conflict, disputed results, and allegations of fraud. And fraud there certainly was. From the stuffing of ballot boxes to intimidation of voters, there was widespread chaos at the polls. Hayes was eventually awarded the presidency after agreeing to end Reconstruction in a backroom deal, leading to the rise of Jim Crow laws. Fast forward to the 1900s, and the unusual election moments keep coming. Take Eugene Debs, who ran for president from prison in 1920 and gained almost 1 million votes. He lost out to Warren G. Harding, but the president did commute his sentence. Or 1948, when the Chicago Tribune declared the wrong winner on its front page after one of the greatest upsets in U.S. political history. Harry Truman's unexpected victory, captured in the famous photograph where he holds the inaccurate paper, left the nation in disbelief. Some may also remember the 2000 debacle, in which a razor-thin majority in Florida prompted recounts and legal battles. One of the biggest controversies was hanging chads, the name for incomplete ballots that weren't wholly punched through. The Supreme Court eventually halted the recount and handed the presidency to George W. Bush, even though his opposition, Al Gore, narrowly won the popular vote. Indeed, there's always a lot to learn from political events throughout history. But with renewed speculation about fraud, another female presidential candidate, mounting polarization, and even suggestions of candidates doing jail time, one can't help but ask, could history be repeating itself? As the United States moves closer to another intense election season, the main question is, what unusual events will the 2024 election add to the country's political history?